Hi guys, this is Ashley back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on post notifications. Ckiminaj clowns Megan Thee Stallion on social media. Fans are calling her out about that. She posted a Nene Leakes meme when the news broke out that Gorilla Glue had been outselling Megan Thee Stallion. Now, we're going to go over the numbers a little bit later, but a lot of fans are not happy about Nicki Minaj throwing shade. A fan said, Nicki must live in an alternate universe to come on here and key about Gorilla outselling Megan, because, baby, Lords dropped a single that you promoted. It has yet to still chart. Take Cobain been dropping and ain't charting. Be on tour with you and ain't charting. I can go on. So fans feel like Nicki Minaj should not be clowning Megan Thee Stallion because, artists on her label are not really charting high. Okay? But I feel like you can't compare Lords and Take Cobain to Megan Thee Stallion. Megan has 3 Grammys. Like, come on now. Stop. Okay? Nicki Minaj, her label just started, and it can't compare to Devil Nation. Okay? Devil Nation got J. Cole, Riri, Kevin Durant, and a bunch of other A-list stars. I mean, that's ridiculous to make that type of comparison. Like, let's come out and touch some grass and come back to reality. That was a stupid comparison. Now, Nicki Minaj also posted some Chucky memes, okay? Allegedly, she deleted the Nene Leakes post, but the Chucky memes are still up, okay? So, a lot of fans are also taking this as shade. Now, I think Nicki Minaj should pay Megan Thee Stallion dust, okay? Because when she do throw shade at Megan Thee Stallion, especially this week, Megan's album is dropping, you're just giving her more press. That's how I look at it. I know it's easy to clown Megan because she definitely is overhyped. But I feel like the more attention Nicki Minaj gives Megan Thee Stallion, the bigger she makes Megan. She needs to pay Megan dust like she does Scratch Off. Notice how she don't give Scratch Off the time of day. And Scratch Off can't benefit off beefing Nicki Minaj. She needs to continue to do that with all the female rappers and not pick and choose, because her giving Megan Thee Stallion, some energy and shading her, this might give the industry ammo to prop up Megan Thee Stallion and have her, sell decently for Act 2. Her deluxe mixtape, whatever you want to call it, is dropping this week. And, Nicki's kind of helping with the promo. I could see them fudging Megan Thee Stallion's numbers and acting like she's selling when she's not. Okay, like they did with the Piss record. Now, yesterday was Doja Cat's 29th birthday. Now, Doja Cat, who is deemed the princess of rap, okay, because the girls are not outdoing Doja Cat stat-wise currently. But Doja Cat has a lot of different achievements for becoming mainstream only 4 years ago, okay? So she's the sole artist to have 4 songs, spent 40 weeks on each of the same album on the Hot 100, most streamed album by female rapper on Payola history with 8 billion. I think that's probably Planet Her, okay, because it definitely ain't Scarlet. She has the biggest streaming day for a song by a female rapper on Global Payola chart. She has the first female rapper to reach #1 on the U.S. Payola chart with a solo song. Only rapper to have 3 songs simultaneously chart in the top 10 on the U.S. pop radio chart. So congratulations to Doja Cat. Let me know what's your favorite Doja Cat album or song in the comments. And do you guys feel like Doja Cat would come back dominating in 2025 after Scarlet flopped? Now, moving on to Cardi B. Not only does Cardi B want to work with Gorilla Glue again after doing 2 collaborations with Gorilla Glue, but allegedly Cardi B, Megan, Gorilla, possibly Sexy Red could all join forces to do a female rap unity record. Okay? Now, Gorilla Glue recently talked to Charlamagne the God about doing an EP with Sexy Red. Megan wants to do an EP with Cardi B, which she talked about on Payola Board last year. And so allegedly, because they're all cool with each other, they might do a song together equivalent to like a ladies' night. Okay? Now, let me know if y'all would be here for it. I definitely feel like, that would be a good idea for them, considering that Cardi B, no shade, has been flopping, so she definitely need a hit record. But I don't know if people care, because they've all worked with each other before in the past. Like, Megan has worked with Gorilla and Cardi B. Okay, Bozo's flopped. The How I Look record is currently flopping. Sexy Red has worked with Gorilla Glue. Now, I'm sure it would chart, but I feel like to make it a big mainstream record where it'd be like top 10 for weeks, you're probably going to need Doja Cat. No shade, because she gets a lot of radio and payola. So they're going to need Doja Cat. They're going to need like a $3 million budget music video similar to Bozo's. They're going to need a lot of promo, because I feel like when you work with somebody all the time, sometimes people get bored. Like, I don't need to hear Cardi B, Gorilla Glue, and Megan on another record together. Even if Sexy Red get added to the record, I don't really care for it, because y'all worked with each other so many times before in the past. Now, moving back on to Gorilla Glue and Megan Thee Stallion, Gorilla Glue has successfully replaced Megan Thee Stallion. I said this before, that I felt like Gorilla might take Megan's spot. Okay? Now, Payola Board has announced, as we already know, that Gorilla Glue sold 69,000 first week, 77.98 million on-demand streams, and 12,000 in per sales. I'm like, damn, none of you guys could do well when it comes to the per sales. Y'all do well when it comes to streaming, but when it comes to per sales, y'all suck. 12,000? No shade, that ain't that great. But 69,000 overall is good for Glorilla. That is good. She has basically surpassed Megan Thee Stallion, and she has the highest selling female rap album of 2024. Okay? Unfortunately, the 3-time Grammy winner couldn't even do 70,000 first week, which is kind of sad. And I also believe that's why the numbers never came out on Sunday. Mind you, the first week album sales are supposed to come out on Sunday night or Sunday afternoon. They never put it out because I believe Devil Nation was trying to stop Gorilla from surpassing Megan Thee Stallion. No shade. I think that they were trying to fudge the numbers, but Payola Board would not allow them to do that. The first week sales for a female rap album released in the last year, Ckiminaj is still at number 1 with 228,000. Doja Cat, Scarlett, is at number 2. That's why she is the princess, 72,000. Gorilla Glue beats out Megan Thee Stallion. She does 69,000. Megan does 64,000. Then Gorilla back at it again with 33,000 for her EP. Then Scratch Off did 29,000. Ice Spice did 28,000. Sexy Red did 28,000. JT did 26,000. Flo Milli did 16,000. Doechii did 11,000. And Cardi B hasn't released anything in 10 years. Let me know how y'all feel about this. I'm like, damn. So Ckiminaj is the only one that could do over 100,000. I think Doja Cat can do over 100,000 if she go back to the pop rap era. I definitely feel like she can do over 100,000. But let me know how y'all feel about this. Now, Megan Thee Stallion is also being called out for taking Sexy Red's deal. It has been announced that Megan Thee Stallion is the new face of True Religion for their new holiday campaign where the holiday wishes come true. Now, Sexy Red said a few months ago when she was going back and forth with Scratch Off that she made True Religion jeans poppin'. Okay, or that people weren't wearing True Religion jeans until she started wearing them. Allegedly, at that time, it was shade towards Scratch Off when her and Scratch Off were going back and forth as to who restarted the trend of True Religion jeans. So let me know how y'all feel about it. If you guys believe if Sexy Red should have been in the campaign for True Religion, okay? Because she said a few months ago that she made it poppin'. So let me know how y'all feel about that. Now, Scratch Off is receiving some praise. She performed at Homecoming, and she had the crowd going crazy. They were singing. Her semi-hit record is not charting, but a lot of people feel like it should be charting, Georgia Peach, when she performed. So let me know how y'all feel about that. I feel like Scratch Off, she don't really perform that well. I feel like, why aren't you singing with the fans? You're letting the fans do the work because you used a lot of auto-tune for the record, and allegedly Champagne Thickums wrote the song for you. Allegedly, that's what they're saying in the streets. So let me know if y'all think that Scratch Off could sell out her tour, because currently it's not selling out, but maybe this performance will help it sell out. Now, moving on to the Queen of Music. It has been reported that Queen Bee could become the first artist in history to earn 100 Scammys nominations if she earns one for each of her submissions this year. Okay, so she gets nominated for all the categories that she submitted her music in. She will officially have 100 nominations. That's crazy. That's insane. She already got the most Grammys. And this would happen during a hate train. Queen Bee cannot be stopped. Okay, y'all trying to push the haterade on Queen Bee, but it ain't working because she's still winning and getting nominated for all these awards, even though I don't think she deserves Album of the Year. I will say that, no shade of Queen Bee. You don't deserve Album of the Year, but you deserve to win something. Now, Kung Fu Kenny did an interview with Harper Bazaar, okay, and he explains the meaning behind Not Like Us. He said, "Not like us is the energy of who I am, the type of man I represent. This man has morals. He has values. He believes in something. He stands on something. He's not pandering. He's a man who can recognize his mistakes and not be able to be afraid to share the mistakes, and can dig deep down into fear-based experiences to be able to express them without feeling like he's less of a man. If I'm thinking of Not Like Us, I'm thinking of me and whoever identifies with that." So let me know how y'all feel about it. Okay, Kung Fu Kenny, I'm kind of over Not Like Us. I love Kung Fu Kenny, but we got to move past Not Like Us, and we got to move forward to the single. Okay, you dragging your feet. We get it. Not Like Us went #1. It ended Champagne Thickums' career. But we got to move past Not Like Us. I don't want to discuss Not Like Us no more. We need to discuss the album. We need to discuss the next single. Come on now. Okay, you dragging your feet. Now, Kung Fu Kenny writes his own music, so, it might take him time to write another big hit. Champagne Thickums has writers. That's why he puts out 3 albums in 1 year. Okay, no shade. He has writers. He has writing camps. And that's why he's able to put out 2 albums or 3 albums per year. He's working on an album with Party Next Door that he probably not going to write. But Kung Fu Kenny is a writer, so it might take him a little bit longer, but you had months, okay? It shouldn't take you this long to write another hit, okay, Kung Fu Kenny? The time is ticking. You're supposed to be performing at the Super Bowl. We need an album, okay? I don't want to hear just Not Like Us and Euphoria at the Super Bowl and Humble and all the old songs. We need current music. Now, Kung Fu Kenny also talks about embracing his feminine side in a conversation with SZA. I don't think there's anything feminine about Kung Fu Kenny, but whatever. He said, at first, all I knew was masculinity. I always kept that wall up because of my pops. But the more I delve deeper into my music and the more expressive I get with myself, the feminine energy right there. There is not the bravado that I grew up seeing all the time. This is who I am, the soft-spoken me, and I have owned it. This is where my superpower lies, because if my job is to communicate, I need to be able to communicate with everyone. I can't do that with just a wall up. I can't do that with my full masculinity, okay? So this is what he said to SZA in his Harper Bazaar, interview. And I appreciate what he's saying, but I don't feel like Kung Fu Kenny is feminine in any way, shape, or form. Okay? I know he's a little bit soft-spoken, but I don't feel like that's really feminine, in my opinion. Okay? I need him to delve deep into his feminine qualities. He should have named his feminine qualities instead of saying that, he's soft-spoken and he's trying to communicate with everybody. Name the qualities that are feminine that you have, because I don't see any. I mean, being vulnerable in a record, to me, is not being feminine, okay? Now, moving on to Tyler. Her self-titled debut album has been moved to the pop vocal category after originally being submitted for R&B category at the Ckiminaj. Now, I understand pop stands for popular, but Tyler's not pop. She need to sit the F down. How are you going to compete in a pop vocal album with Ariana, possibly Gaga, because she got that song with Bruno, even though I think, I don't think she can submit that song. But how are you going to compete with Billie, the chart obsessed racist Queen Bee, in the pop vocal category? Okay? No shade, you're setting yourself up. You need to stay in the R&B category. Your music is more R&B than anything, in my opinion. Only one song, in my opinion, was pop, and that was Water. Okay? And you didn't win in the pop categories for Water. Okay? When you won your Grammy earlier this year. So you need to sit the F down with that. You are not pop vocalists, and you don't have better vocals, in my opinion, than the other pop stars like Ariana, Queen Bee, who else? Billie, even Sabrina Carpenter. How are you going to compete with those people? I mean, you need to sit down. Sorry, Tyler. I don't know if your head getting a little bit too big, but you seem a little bit delusional. Talking about pop vocal category. You ain't no pop vocalist. You need to sit down with that. You R&B or African, South African vocalist. That's where you need to be in. Now, Coco Jones is receiving Donkey of the Day. Coco Jones put out a song with Future and London on the track, and the song is trash. Okay? First of all, Coco Jones, you make old school R&B music. You shouldn't be doing no records with Future. You should be doing records with The Weeknd. I wouldn't even mind it if you did a record with Bruno. But Future, no. Okay? For the type of music you make, it just doesn't make any sense. And the song was terrible. Now, you tried to sound like SZA in the record, and it wasn't given. Okay? So, unfortunately, I'm going to have to give you Donkey of the Day. You've been putting out flops all year after winning a Grammy. And it just feel like the music you've been putting out this year is not as great as ICU. Okay? It can't even compete with the music you put out last year. I don't know what's going on, but I think you need to go back to the drawing board. Now, Charlie XCX and Ariana Grande's Sympathy is a Knife is predicted to debut around number 36 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. Let me know if this is a bop or flop. The song is okay, but I definitely don't feel like it's a hit. Okay? I definitely think the song is okay, but it's not a hit record. So I can see why it would not go top 10 or top 20 on the charts. And Bad Chem by Sabrina Carpenter is rumored to be the next single from Sabrina Carpenter's short and sweet album with a music video already recorded. Okay, I think that's one of the fan favorites. So let me know if y'all are here for that. Now, this should be submitted for Best Pop Vocal, album or artist. Not what Tyler been putting out. Tyler don't deserve to be in that category. But Sabrina definitely deserves to be in that category, and I think she probably will win. But at the end of the day, I'm here for it. I think I did like Beckham, but I did not like the whole album by Sabrina Carpenter. You know, I think Sabrina Carpenter is slightly overrated, just a little bit, because I feel like she's a good singer and she do have bops, but people act like she's one of the best pop stars of all time, and that's not true. Now, Botch and Bitter is back again, going off on social media.
But y'all motherfuckers have taken shit
too
miracle far. When you mess with my kids, I swear to you, I'm gonna get to the bottom of it. Okay? For you motherfuckers to do a little prank call. What is it? CPS, Child Protective Services? The Child Protective Services to come to my house, not my house, my gated mansion at 11 p.m. while my children are sleeping because there's an anonymous call that there's been going on that my kids have been getting abused and beaten.
Miracle.
This is when the pranks start getting too far. Me, I'm the only colored person, and I'm the only person that is Latin, that there's black people in my house.
Miracle.
That it's in the whole neighborhood. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm fucked up. We're the only colored people in my neighborhood completely. I promise you this. I promise you this. I promise you this. I'm going to sue Child Protective Services for coming to my house at whatever time it comes. And I'm also going to sue the person that did this anonymous call. And as soon as I wake up in the morning, I'm calling Drew Finling. Because I'm going to get to the bottom of this. I'm going to hire the best private investigator in the fucking country. Because y'all take joking and y'all take shit a little too far.
Now, in my opinion, I don't think it's right for people to call CPS on someone that is doing right by their children, okay? And they are not abusing their children. I don't think that's right. And I definitely don't think Cardi B is abusing her children, okay? Trust me, Ocean and festivities are in good culture. So, with that being said, that was definitely wrong. But Cardi, let's be very realistic. You cannot sue CPS, okay? Just because they got an anonymous tip. You are not above the law, okay? Just because you're a celebrity, that doesn't mean that you should not be approached or held accountable for anything. She plays victim too much all the time. And I understand in this situation, you know, she is not in the wrong, but you can't sue CPS for doing their job. Okay, you can only sue the person that made the anonymous tip. But now you know how Nicki Minaj feels when she got swatted. Remember, this happened to Nicki Minaj, I think earlier this year and last year, twice. So now she knows how Nicki Minaj feels. But I don't think Cardi B is a bad mother at all. I think she probably is a very great mother and actively in her children's lives, you know. So it was wrong for that person to make that anonymous call, but you can't sue CPS. You can only sue the person that made the anonymous call. CPS is just doing their job. You're not above the law. If somebody files a complaint against you, you can't expect the police or law enforcement or anybody to not approach you just because you're a celebrity. Okay, that's the problem with a lot of these celebrities. They think they're above the law. And a lot of these celebrities, like Diddy, thought that, and they finally realized that was not true. You're not above the law. Even if you didn't do anything wrong, the police has a right to contact or go over to your house. Stop acting like you some type of god. Now, Gorilla Glue and Scratch Off's collaboration on Gorilla Glue's album is #1 on Paola Bird's Bubbling Under Hot 100 chart. So congratulations to Scratch Off. She stays #1 on the Bubbling Under chart. I wonder when she ever going to go back to being #1 on the Hot 100 chart. I don't think Scratch Off ever went #1. I don't think she ever did. But Scratch Off is always putting out flops. Anytime she do a collaboration, it flops. I don't even understand why people bother working with her. I mean, the song is bound to not chart. So, congratulations to Gorilla Glue and scratch off on that. Gorilla Glue's collaboration with T-Pain that allegedly was stolen, of course, from Erica Stanks, that went number 92. And then her collaboration with Megan Thee Stallion, How I Look, that went number 90 on the Hot 100. And Sexy Red and her collaboration went number 31. So let me know how y'all feel about this. This looks like Gorilla Glue is charting for most of her collaborations. Not super high, but she's charting for most of her collaborations. So let me know how y'all feel about that. I got some hot tea on Patreon. Link will be in the description. Have a great day.